He's portrayed as a wise, gray-bearded elder on a golden throne. But the real Odin hanged people on trees as sacrifices. He started wars to replenish his army of the dead. He drank the blood of his enemies. Why was the most revered Norse god obsessed with power to madness? How did the god of poetry become the god of death? This is the story of how thirst for knowledge can destroy humanity. Odin was not born all-knowing. His wisdom was purchased, not granted. The price was monstrous. In the poetic Edda, Odin hung 9 days on Yggdrasil. He was pierced by his own spear Gungnir. This was voluntary sacrifice, not punishment. He starved and suffered near death until he saw the runes, magical symbols of all knowledge. But this was only the first sacrifice. He then went to Mimir's well, source of absolute wisdom. The guardian giant Mimir demanded his eye as payment. Odin tore out his eye without hesitation. For him, knowledge was more important than his body, more important than morality, more important than everything. His one-eyedness was a choice, not a battle wound. His physical lack symbolizes spiritual obsession. His thirst for knowledge became thirst for control. He discovered the prophecy of Ragnarok. Instead of preventing it, he prepared for the final battle. He created the cult of Valhalla, paradise for fallen warriors. But this was a cynical recruitment mechanism. Through his Valkyries, he interfered in human wars. He manipulated battles to ensure maximum casualties. He didn't choose sides, he chose slaughter. Example: Warrior Hugni dreams of Odin's promise. Next morning, he finds a spear, sign of selection. He goes to certain death. Odin gets another soldier. This isn't divine favor, it's eternal conscription. Odin mastered magic, but not the kind we imagine. He practiced Seid, magic considered shameful for men. Loki mocks him for this in Loki's Quarrel. But Odin didn't care about conventions. He learned from goddess Freyja, humbling himself for power. His magic often took forms of psychological manipulation. In Harbard Song, he disguises himself as a ferryman. He humiliates Thor in a verbal duel. He doesn't fight. He insults and provokes. His darkest magic was driving enemies mad. In one saga, he curses a king to kill his own son. Odin doesn't just kill, he makes people destroy themselves. His relationship with Loki is one of mythology's most complex. Loki is a giant, outsider among gods. Odin is the chief god, but a voluntary outsider. They become blood brothers, mixing blood in sacred oath. Odin protects Loki when other gods want him banished. He values Loki's cunning and unconventional thinking. In a way, Loki is Odin's dark mirror. If Odin seeks knowledge at any cost, Loki seeks freedom. Odin bends rules to bypass them. Loki breaks them because they exist. But when Loki kills Balder, even Odin can't protect him. Interestingly, Odin isn't present at Loki's punishment. He's too bound by their oath. Tragedy. The god who manipulates thousands can't break ties with his closest ally. Odin is surprisingly relevant today. In our age of information overload, his thirst for knowledge seems familiar. We also sacrifice eyes, privacy, time with loved ones for information. Odin reminds us, knowledge without wisdom is dangerous. His dual nature reflects our own contradictions. We want to be wise, but often act opportunistically. We seek order, but understand chaos is part of life. Pop culture simplified Odin to a wise king. The real Odin is darker and more interesting. He's not a god to worship, but to understand. A warning that even noble goals can corrupt. So who is he? Wise ruler or obsessed tyrant? The answer: both. Odin embodies paradox. He shows that light and dark don't just coexist, they feed each other. His story makes us ask, what price am I willing to pay for my goals? And will that price become too high? Subscribe to see Thor's story next.